Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And today I am back with another building video. And I know it's been some time since the last time I posted a video, but well, I'm back and I just wanted to say hi before I send you all to the time lapse because yeah, this time I actually made a proper time lapse. So enough yapping. I will see you all after to give you a full tour of the build. All right, I'm back. I hope you all like that time lapse. I know it's not the best, but I tried my best to make it as short and concise and nice to watch as possible. But enough of that. Let's give you all a real tour. So this is where we enter the little village. I actually haven't named this village yet. I'm just water village, I guess. But yeah, I really wanted to use this what is this called? Warp. I did not know it was called that. These warped logs because I just thought they looked really cool for like pathways and like the blue inside of them just really looked like water was seeping through them, and I really wanted to get that message across that this is a very water heavy village, you know. So first let's go over to this little fishing dock. I tried to make it very clear that it's a place for fishing with the fish up there. So here you can, you know, fish and I guess I'll grab a little fishing rod over here um, to demonstrate. So you can fish over here. You know, it's a very cozy place to fish, right? Okay. Oh, wrong button. Not wrong button. Okay, sorry. Oh, oh. I don't know how to fish in Minecraft. I think it's been a while since I fished in Minecraft. Anyways, and then up over here, this is where we go in for the actual, you know, little space where people sell the fish. So I have a little kitchen type of situation here, just a little sink, you know, and then this is like a little counter space over here as well, and then tons of barrels. There's nothing inside. Smoker, composter, just some decor to really make it look like it's like a place to prepare to fish. Anyways, um as you can see, there's a little bit of decor around. There's like a little something. I don't really know what to call this, but you know, there's a fishing rod here. It's a little fisherman cap. Yeah, nothing inside these storage. And you make your way over here to our first house. Well, technically second, but um, living house, like where a place would live in. And another flower pot because I just abuse the absolute hell out of these because they're, you know, they look good. They look good. And then, of course, some storage down here. And over here is the actual living area. So we have a little bed here. To be honest, it's a very, you will notice that a lot of the spaces here are extremely tiny. So not much to work with. So the bed here, it's kind of cozy. You know, you have like a bookshelf on top. Um, and then over here is like a little space where you can look out. Oh, where you can look out. I think it's kind of cozy here too. Yeah, and another plant pot. Yeah, actually, wow, I really do put a lot. I didn't even realize there were two inside this house. Oh well. Yeah, that's this house, and then you make your way down here. We have, of course, the book. I really do hope it looks like a book, um, to you guys. But yeah, I struggled a lot with this. I really wanted to make a book like an enchanted book that was like providing the magic to this village. That was kind of my vibe, and like this the blue I used like the glazed terracotta to make it look like the magic was inside the pages, and then the stained glass is like showing that it's coming out and dispersing itself along around the village. So that's kind of my take on what I was doing here. And over here is a little stall. I don't have any villagers because, to be honest, villagers are just really annoying. But just imagine that, you know, if there were to be one, we would be over here, tending to the stall, and I kind of just use lecterns as like, I guess, cash registers in a way. I don't know how much that makes sense, but like in a way, it kind of is. You know, they write down like how much you pay or whatever. Just it makes sense. In my head, it makes sense. Anyways, over here is our mines. I tried to um put like a prismarine like dust or like powder on top. Similar to the fish over there. I wanted to like, you know, make it known that this was supposed to be a mines. So over here is I prismarine mine. So we have like a ton of prismarine like crevices or like shards just poking out. And then in the middle over here is um if you look closely, there's actually a heart of sea right in the middle. And I tried to like add like use the blue stained glass because the water here in this area is really matches the blue stained glass. So I tried to make it look like it was the water was coming out and like it sort of took the heart of sea from this like cave lake or cave pond and is raising it up and powering the prismarine around here, which is why you see the sea lanterns around because the heart of sea is like empowering the prismarine here. It's giving them that magic or power they need. I know I sound like I'm rambling and just making stuff up because I kind of am. So I do hope that it does make sense to you all. I also wasn't too sure if this would look good, but I kind of used a bit of barrier blocks to also trap the water inside. So yeah, that's this. We can move on to the right first, and we'll go to this corner of the village. So over here is like a little so at first I had some wheat fields, but I thought the wheat kind of clashed with the color because the yellow color of the wheat kind of clashed with the village color scheme. So I thought that keeping it blue would make more sense. So I added some of that warped grass. That's warped nylium. Yes, warped nylium around and then just planted some of these plants. I won't even try to guess what they're called. And then yeah, and in my head, this is like their food source. I know, a little disgusting because these don't look very edible, but um, let's just pretend that they are. Anyways, over here is another house. Again, tiny space, but I tried to fit in the necessities. So a bed, crafting table, smoker, and then some storage space. And once again, another potted bush plant thing. Um, that's that house. And then over here on the other house, we have once again a bed, bookshelves, storage, crafting table, smoker. Um, very similar to the other one. These two houses are a bit unique as well because they do have these prismarine shards attached to them, and the way I'm like justifying my placement for these is they're using because the prismarine is very has a great affinity for water. They're using it to help the houses stand upright. So it's using the water to as like a sort of support in a way. Anyways, let's make our way around this side. So this building over here is supposed to be like a shipyard, like a tiny shipyard. Um, so over here is like it's just some armor stands for like some armor that, you know, some crewmates would have. Over here, a little bit of storage area, a place you can look out. Here is where the ship would, I guess, dock into. I know, very tiny space, but it's okay. This village is tiny, so they really don't need a huge shipyard. And over here, I have some storage and here are some logs kept inside just to for future ships to store and then trade and with other like civilizations and whatnot. And then up here is a little like craftsman like workshop type of thing. So you have like the craft table, blasting just blast furnace, and then some more storage up here, and then yeah, and then a little balcony over here because I like having balconies that like look out to the sea. I think it's just it looks nice when you're looking out like this. And then yeah, what else? Oh right, this. Okay, so this my my justification for this is like this is similar to the heart of the sea inside the mines. The water is pushing this book up. Like the water is holding the book up. And then over here is a little it's another stall. But this one is more specifically for the mine. So sorry. So this has like a pickaxe and some prismarine and some armor for mining like a hard helmet. That's why I use iron. So yeah, that's this. And then over here is a little tower. Well, not little, it's kind of big, but it's a tower where the citizens can, or the villagers can use to climb up and down. And yeah, it's a water elevator, so you can go up and down like this. But okay, enough of the demonstration. Let me get back up. So yeah, that's what this is. And then up top here is also a some sea lanterns because it also doubles as a lighthouse for ships incoming to help them find their way back home. Anyways, let me get back down. So there's a little bridge here that goes into this building. So this building is like what do you like personal garden, for the rich, how like rich people have their own personal garden. This is kind of what it is. I know it's very small, but the rich people here, they're not very needy. They only need like few luxuries. So this is a very small space for their own personal garden. And then over here on the other side is where the personal gardener rests, and they have a pretty nice space. They have some bookshelves over here. I don't know why I have that pot. That pot just seems so random. Oh well, I'll keep it. And some, storage again, the necessities, and then a nice little campfire that goes all the way up. And this campfire is, if I go outside, that campfire is directly underneath the fire, this fireplace. I didn't want to use like actual smoke because again with the whole water theme, I'm trying to like make it seem like the water is dispersing out. They're conservative, no, conservationists. Is that a word? It is now. They like to conserve, right? They like to conserve water, so they let the water out. This is like turning like water into a gaseous form, and it goes into the sky, and then water cycle turns back into water through rain, blah blah blah. Yeah, they're very no, not conservatives, god. They like to conserve, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Anyways, that's this building, and it connects directly into the main, I guess, mansion. This is where the rich live, aka me. This is where I live because I am the mayor. I guess I'll call myself the mayor of this village. So you enter through, I guess, the basement, and it's a little bit dark. It's a little bit gloomy looking, but it's okay. So this is like the cellars. So there's a lot of storage here. And then this is a staircase that leads to the first floor. But over here is another personal like garden for my lily of the valleys. If you actually notice, if I go out, the only flowers you will ever find are lily of the valleys. Um, and this is intentional. I tried to be very intentional with this because, well, one, I really like these are my favorite flowers in the game. But two, I don't know. I just my thought process was like I need to add more lore, and the lore behind is like these only grow here because of the kind of environment that the village is in. So yeah, that's my conviction for that. Um, you should have seen how it looked like before because I over overmade overmade overplaced too many lilies. And then over here is a little I will call this like a sacrificial bath, not bath, like basin. Yes, basin. So this is where um I would go and I would chant my evil little chants, you know, and then I sacrifice something into this basin, and I use black concrete to like make it look like it's like bottomless in a way, like it's very sinister and evil. Except that's not very sinister and evil. It's kind of peeking out with a bit of light. But that's okay. When it's night, typically I would do this at night because it's a much more sinister feeling of sinister vibe. So yeah, this is where I would do my spells, my incantations and stuff. And over here is a little bit more creepy. This is my prison cell, my prison. And I actually use white glass paint instead of iron doors just because for some reason well, actually no, not for some reason. Iron doors don't go in the middle. They either go on either ends of the block. And I don't know, it just look kind of awkward to me. So I'm just gonna pretend that these are iron doors. And this is where prisoners would be in. And as you can see, now I'm not a cruel person. They have a bed, they have a sink, they don't have a toilet. I just realized that. Well, it's okay. You know what? We again, we're very good with our plumbing because water and everything, so they can pee in the sink too. That's fine. But yeah, that's the prison, and then over here, let's go to the first floor. Much more brighter, less sinister. Um, Here is the first floor, as you can see, very bright, very well, not that bright, but very much more brighter and decorated. Over here is my little lounge chair, like I guess like this is like those chairs that you would lay down on and sunbathe, even though I've never even sunbathed ever in my life, but this is what that's for. And I could come here and I could look down at all the peasants in the village. Um, so yeah, and then going back inside, we have over here to the left is the dining room-ish. Uh so this is where I would come and eat, and as you can see, once again, I can look down onto the peasants from here. Just because a dining room, and it's where you want to be comfortable in, and being comfortable as a rich person is to look down on peasants. So, this room over here, I just realized this wall is kind of bare. Oh well, this room over here is a bathroom. As you can see, this is a little bathtub. This is a little oh God. Well, there's a bathtub, I can wash myself in, bathe myself in, and some big toilet, some toilet paper, and then a sink. And then over this way, continuing over this is our living room. This is a TV, my little couch over here. Very lots of selections. Just pretend these are like applications because for some reason there's no painting that is a 2 by 3. That's 2 by 3. So yeah, just think of this as like applications. You're clicking on your Roku remote and there's tons of like applications around that's what this is. And then this is a little like cabinetry situation here. And I really like this space. I think this is really cute. Little laptop here. I don't think you can actually, oh, you can, oh, God. As you can see here, let's just put that back. All right, so this is my little hubby where study. I do realize laptops kind of seem a little out of place in a very magical setting. Oh well, over here, moving on, is the kitchen. This kitchen, you have your smokers, a little vent hood, some cabinetry, chopping board right there, some more cabinets and stuff. And over here is a very, very, very big sink. Um, well, not very big sink, just very big wall to separate the sink. Um, I know, not very practical, but I've always dreamed about having a sink right, like nearby the windows. And so that's why I put it here and made it very lavish because I thought it would look really nice. And it does, in my opinion, it does. So, yeah, a little impractical that is literally taking up like half of the room, but well, that's just the price to pay. Anyways, moving on, let's go upstairs to our last area. Little painting over here, little hallway decor. Let's start over here. So over here is a little fireplace situation, similar to the other one. If I go up from here, this fireplace directly is underneath the chimney. Um, so, oh, wow, I can hear the fireplace from here. It's not very practical. Oh well, that's fine. Anyways, here is my bedroom. Very, very lavish. I took compared to every other villager. So here's my little bed space area, bookshelves, some leaves on top. I don't know. I just really like adding leaves on top of like canopy beds. Just looks cool to me. And here's my little closet where I have my battle armor with netherite, and in here is my more like casual wear, with some leather and then a turtle helmet because turtles, oceans, water, yeah. You get the gist by now. And here is my another laptop. Yeah, I just realized wait, this is missing its little keyboard. Anyways, yeah, this is another laptop situation, and I know I just read there's two laptops for one person living here. It's fine. Game laptop, work laptop. Yeah, this is a game laptop. The one downstairs is a work laptop. All right. So to do, I have my to-do list over here. Like, people have their whiteboards and they to-do list in. And then yeah, over here is just a cute little window. You stare outside. And then over here's another little uh is shelving stuff. And then my own private bathroom that only has a toilet and a sink because there's already a bathroom downstairs. So this is just, if I'm sleeping, I need to wake up, I need to go pee. This is, practical use. So yeah, I think that's it. That should be the last area. Um, Unless I'm missing something, I'm pretty sure I'm not missing anything. I guess all that's left to do is do a quick little drive-by of the whole area because I just did the interior, so I guess I could focus in on like specific exterior stuff. So first off, this little um thing situation here. This was at first I was trying to do a flower, like how you draw like roses is like, you kind of like add curved edges and like circle it around on each other. So that's kind of what I did here. The end, I didn't have enough space to really execute that properly, but it still looks cool. It still looks like water ripples, so I still like how it came out. And then over here, so the version I'm playing on, I don't have shelves, which was a bummer because I could have really used shelves as like window shutters. But I actually like how the crimson doors look as shutters. Of course, from nearby, from up close, it kind of looks a little awkward because there's that missing block here because the door is on top of the block. But from afar, I actually really like how it looks. It kind of does look like window shutters. Um, and then if I take the front of the house is fairly decorated, however, the other side is not. Yeah, this is as much as I did on the back. A lot less decorated, but I still wanted to give it a bit of love, a bit of attention. So there's that. Of course, the big chimney over here with the gaseous water escaping. And then, of course, another window here with the same shutter situation. And then, yeah, that's kind of this mansion over here. And of course, again, more greenery. As for the trees, I kept it fairly simple because I didn't want to place like extremely big trees that just cover up the whole build. Especially when I'm already having so much foliage, there's tons of grasses around. So I don't want to add too many trees, just three big trees and then a few smaller skinny trees and them fairly simple. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, another detail I really like. Similar to the symbol over there with the glazed terracotta, I also added it here because I don't know, I really like how it looks like just like the peaks, like a little bit of streaks of glazed terracotta peeking through. I don't know. I like the look of it. It kind of looks like the roof is a little bit wear down and this is like the artwork below it, like sort of like wallpaper, like when you're painting over wallpaper and the paint is kind of ripping off and you can see the wallpaper below it. I really like the look of that, so I kind of tried to do that. I don't know, glazed terracotta is a really interesting block. At first when it was introduced into the game, I didn't like it, but I'm really digging it now, especially blue glazed terracotta is really good. But yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all I wanted to show. all there is to show actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was kind of a longer tour than I expected. I didn't realize how much I was going to show in this tour, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm dipping my toes in the water. Um, all right, guys. Oh God, I'm about to drown myself. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this extremely long tour. I know I did not expect this tour to be this long, to be honest, but I guess I did. I actually surprised myself with how much interior I did, even though I'm really not experienced at interior. This is probably the first time I've done interior, so if some of the spaces look a little awkward, that's why. Okay, I apologize. I'm still proud of myself that I actually tried or attempted to do interior. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Whatever that will be. I don't know if it's another build or maybe I'll go back into survival finally. I think it's been a year since I went back into the survival world. But yeah, um, till next time, I will see you all later. Bye.